these are the four quadrants of the activities. The first quadrant of the activities are related to you writing. The second quadrant is you related to taking test or doing some task. The third quadrant is related to your daily habits, related to you enhancing your self-awareness. And the fourth is involving others. So these are the four quadrants, right? So each quadrant has say 5 activities. So 5 into 4 is 20 activities is what you are going to study and you are going to work on during this particular program as well as after this particular program. So the first, right, so this is basically homework. So I'm just briefing you on it. So the first segment is related to you writing. Journaling is one of the fantastic self-awareness activity. I am personally not doing it, right? So, but I know people who are doing it, including our master degree students, wherein they are getting tremendous benefit from this particular journaling and the mood diary. Okay, so I request everyone to please mute themselves. Haley, please mute yourself. Right, so this is the journaling. So again, we do have the format of the journal and all. So now people are doing it online because now this old way of writing diary, but of course the old way is unfortunately or fortunately better way, because when you write you use some more senses, right, compared to you going online. But no problem, if someone is comfortable in maintaining the online diary, nothing wrong, right? Journaling is the crux, right? So are you journaling your emotions, your feeling, so that you will be in a much better position to reflect on? So journaling is, in my opinion, the #1 activity to enhance your self-awareness. You can write a letter to yourself, right? And the letter can be, that is what kind of version you want to become. Now, why this is very important? Because when you write, you utilize more cognitive analysis. So while writing, you become more careful. So writing a letter to you is also a say a great idea to say cognitively appraise your behavior or to write goals and then check it, say after 1 month, 1 year, or means whatever was that particular goal duration. Writing your own obituary is also a very fantastic thing. I know few people who are doing it. When you write your own obituary, right, you get a direction that is okay, what I am doing and whether it is aligned with my expectation, that is what has to be my image, what has to be my contribution, what has to be my impact. Right. So automatically it gives you that particular direction and impetus. Writing your personal manifesto is also one of my favorites. So you need to have your own vision about your own self, your own mission, your own values. So that clarity and your own life principles, to be precise. If you have your own life principles and your personal manifesto, life is set. You can tell your story from the third perspective, right? Not that Hemant is saying, someone, right, is observing Hemant and telling a story about Hemant. Again, a great activity. So these are the 5 activities for the you writing something. Now you taking some test or doing some task, right? Self-awareness test, which you have already taken, right? Strength finding test. Again, you must have taken it. High 5 test. Why? Because the strengths are part of your self-awareness. Personality test. There are many, of course, right? Emotional chart, right? So you can basically write, say, in your journal, or you can maintain that, say, emotion chart. Now, this is also a very fantastic thing about you understanding what exactly is at your core, right? How your character is developing, how your destiny is developing, which is a, say, means if you have to really analyze yourself well, there are 4 questions here. And if you answer those particular core questions, you get that particular crux. And of course, there is a value test as well, because when we talk about the test of the strength, right? So of course, you have a test of the values as well. So the strength test and the value test are imperative as far as your self-awareness is concerned. And then this Eulerian destiny is also one of the techniques. So these were the 5 as per the test and tasks are concerned. Now daily habits. What can be what daily habits you can inculcate to enhance your self-awareness? So asking this why extremely important, means this is my nature. I always ask why I am doing what I am doing. So for me, why is directly related to your core, your character, your values. So always ask why, right? So anything happens to you, why? Because when you why, so there are variety of the benefits, the cognitive appraisal, time of this particular analysis from the means emotions you think from the prefrontal cortex. So there are umpteen number of benefits of this particular asking why. So always remember, anything happens to you, any emotion you are feeling, means any result you are getting, always go for why analysis. Now it looks some kind of contradiction, but what is also important, it is not only about why, right? So what is more specific, what is more action oriented, right? Because sometimes why goes into the conceptual phase, which is also needed, right? But what pinpoints the thing, what exactly I want to do? So always ask what action I need to take, right? I have understood why, but what now I have to do? And of course there are variety of the videos and the articles related to this, so you can study them. Daily reflection, of course you can integrate this particular daily reflection with your journaling, right? Means if you can write something on a daily basis, few lines, I think that daily reflection is fantastic. I know it is difficult, I'm personally not doing it, but if you can do it, it will immensely benefit you. ABC model we have already seen, right? Anything happening to you, any emotion, any event, any result you are getting, always go for ABCDE analysis, right? Think about your belief system and take responsibility of your emotion. So this has to be your unconscious competence now, right? ABCDE model has to be your unconscious competence, your habit, right? Body check, although the picture shows this, so this is not the body check we are talking about. We are talking about how your emotions are impacting your body, right? Because the emotions are result of the two things, brain chemicals and your physiology. So you should be aware about your physiology. So if you are aware, automatically your emotional understanding and your emotional intelligence will improve only with your understanding, better understanding of your physiology. And of course in Ayurveda or in yogic practices, means you need to really understand, means your prakriti, vat, kapha and pitta and all that. And if you behave, if you do take food accordingly, means according to that particular composition, you can manage your say emotions in a much better way. So these were the 5 activities. Now we will go for the 5 activities of involving others, right? So how can you involve others in enhancing your self-awareness? Of course, Johari window is one of the powerful technique, but it is for the self-awareness as well as for the social awareness, right? So now, so talk it out with the friends, right? So this, but what to talk about the core areas, means not only about the time pass. I'm talking about means your values and your dreams and your desires, on what goals you are working. So start talking to friends on these matters also. I'm not saying that you are not talking, but the many times we talk some different things with the friends, because the friends have a great understanding about you. They might be in a position to offer you great insights. You can use the collective intelligence. So talking out with the friends, asking for the feedback, what we have already seen in the Johari window, but asking the feedback from the different segments on the different aspects, not a standard questionnaire to be sent to everyone. No, depending upon the target group segment, depending upon the sample segment, you need to ask them the different feedback. Performance review is again my favorite. So the, like in our means the people who are from the corporate background, we know that there is an annual, quarterly, or the 6 monthly performance appraisal in our companies, right? So like that, you do your own performance appraisal, or better, you can ask your friend or family member to do the performance appraisal. Fantastic input you will get. So they, as per their perception, they will evaluate your performance on your goals. That is, as per them, how you have performed. It serves many purposes, right? So in one stone, you can kill many birds only when you ask other people to do performance review for you, right? So first, you are showing immense trust on them. You are developing much better rapport and relationship with them. You are getting direct feedback from them. You are getting more insight. And when a person is doing performance review, he can't give you casual feedback. He has to be sincere in giving the feedback. So there are variety of the benefits of this asking performance review from the other people. Then compare adjectives with others. Means let others tell you that is okay. So this adjective suits you, right? So yeah, of course, means you are involving themselves into you, increasing your self-awareness. And then this is one of the fundamental actually. Always have a accountability partner in your life to whom you are sharing your dreams and goals and everything. Why? Because it not only helps you in getting feedback and getting inputs and all that, but it creates a positive social pressure, because you have already told to your accountability partner. So you have some kind of positive social pressure to do what you have already said. So having an accountability partner, it can be your colleague, it can be your family member, it can be your friend, but having the accountability partner enhances your implementation of the action like anything. So these are the 20 activities. So these 20 activities, if anyone here works on all the 20 activities, oh my God, finish. You will be self-aware like anything, 100 out of 100. But even if you do not work on 20, right, I recommend you to at least work on one activity per segment, because each segment has some kind of psychological implications.